Chiropractors, if you're still getting no-shows, you are pouring money down the drain. And it doesn't have to be that way. In this video, I'm going to share a 1-minute hack that other practitioners are using to virtually eradicate no-shows and to make more money. Here it is.
Welcome to this module and this video, hyper-personalization. Go the extra mile, create raving fans. What do I mean by that? Okay, so I used to sell cars, all right? Don't judge me. As you may know, the car industry is a very competitive industry. I'll tell you that for sure. And you'll know that the difference between manufacturers and car brands are razor thin these days. And so car dealerships that operate within the same area, sometimes in the same yard. For example, the dealership I worked at, the other dealerships were on the same premises, right? Competing dealerships were on the same premises. And since the brands are so similar, the cars are so similar, they look the same, and pretty much most of the time, you can find a car that will fulfill your mission across various different dealerships. And for people who aren't, car fanatics or aren't particularly interested in cars, dealerships need to do something to create a degree of separation between them, right? In order to win customers, because it's no longer about the car, because the cars pretty much do the same thing. They pretty much look like the same thing. So dealerships really need to work hard on creating a degree of separation that allows them to come out on top, right? On more than one occasion, I can recall customers of mine would open up about the defining reason as to why they chose to come to our dealership or chose to buy from me. And it was personal touch, right? For each appointment that we scheduled appointment, we would send personal videos. And those personal videos would just be us thanking them for the booking. And it would just be, a short, concise picture of what to prepare for and what to expect, right? And it may not seem like much to you and I, or maybe you don't think that it's worth the hassle. But remember that the customer's first impression is that these people actually care, right? And this was powerful. People would leave their city where other dealerships were selling the exact same car that they wanted, and they would drive miles and miles because of a 30-second to 1-minute personal video, right? I can remember on a few occasions, people driving from Manchester to Nottingham, and you might not know what that means, but that's a 2-hour, 10-minute, 100 miles to maybe all that effort, maybe to purchase a car, right? And okay, don't just take it from me, right? So where's the evidence that this works? First of all, I've been doing this with chiropractors for a while now. I've been doing this with videos. This works. I've done it in the car industry, so it works across industries. But let's take a third party. Let's take third-party evidence. Vital Interaction is a healthcare software company, all right? So relevant. They found that a healthcare practice that sends personalized educational videos to patients before appointments observed a reduction in no-show rates from 13 to 5% over a 3-month period. Vid7 Lab, it's a video sharing app. They reported that personalized video reminders increased appointment attendant rates by 40%. 40%. And on the other side of that coin, personalized reminders including videos can reduce no-show rates by up to 34%. If that's not convincing enough, I don't know what will be. And people will say, but I send reminders. Okay, yeah, reminders are essential, but reminders are white noise. What does that mean? People receive so many reminders and notifications. We've said so many times, people are bombarded. We don't know what they're doing in their personal life. We don't know if they're looking or interacting with other service providers. We don't know. And we don't have any control over that. So we don't even think about that. But the fact is they're receiving so many reminders, so many template reminders. And another template reminder is just ordinary. It's just part of the ordinary. It's almost as if people are expecting it, so they don't even pay attention to it really. So it's easy to ignore. And remember that ordinary is ignored. Okay? And so if this is you, where you operate in a city or a town where you have other practices, other people, other healthcare providers providing similar sort of services and helping people. And look, it's not a bad thing to have other people like you offering the same service. The market is big enough to sustain everyone. You know, that's evident by that's proven by the fact that you're here, right? You know, a little bit of competition goes a long way, and I'm sure you're friends with some of these service providers, right? But you want to create a degree of separation so that you give customers a reason to choose you by going further than anyone else is willing to, right? So hyper personalize the customer's experience from the beginning. So when an appointment is booked, follow up with a personal video. And coming up, I'm going to show you how to create and send personal videos. I hope I've done well to justify that to you and show you the power in doing so. A lot of people, a lot of practices don't think it's worth it because they feel like they're investing a lot of effort up front. But remember what we spoke about when it comes to building relationships. You delight up front. You give value up front. You show your best self up front to gain people's trust, to then have the opportunity to build a relationship. You don't do it the other way around.
Hey, if you found that video valuable, my name is Craig. I help chiropractic clinic owners in the US add 10, 15, or even 20,000 US dollars to their monthly revenue per location without increasing their marketing budget, without overloading their staff with additional work, and without changing or disrupting their systems. Now, how do we do that? We use a very simple 4-step framework that allows us to keep your calendars full, to make sure people show up to their initial, and to ultimately allow you to convert more people into your care plans and programs. If you think that could be valuable to your clinic, there's going to be an opportunity to have a call, a little chat with me, so I can lay everything out and answer any of your questions that you're going to have, and see if it could be a good fit for you. If you think that could be valuable, grab a call. It's in the description of this video, and I'll see you on the other side.